In this section, first we will see how to sort data, make searches, and set filters. Next, we will talk about events, which are actions triggered by users, and how the application responds to these actions. Lastly, we will learn how to make invocations between smart device objects. First, let's see how we can display data according to a certain sorting order. We open GeneXus. In the list of speakers, and we see that they're displayed in alphabetical order by speaker name. This is configured in the Work With Devices speaker grid in the data group. Here we can see several properties. In orders, there is one order. And if we open it, we can see it has an order defined by the speaker name attribute, which was being used to sort the speakers. By right-clicking on Order and clicking on Add, we could add another attribute to order by. In that case, by speaker name first and then by the value of that other attribute. But we may also want to sort data by another value. For example, in addition to the speaker's name, we may want to sort it by country. To do so, we create a sorting order that is independent of this one. We click on the Orders node, right-click, select Add, Order, and we will enter a name for this order, and we'll call it Country. Now we right-click and add the attribute to sort by, which in this case is Country Name. Now we have two sorting orders defined, which can be selected by the user, by speaker name, or by country name. We run again by pressing F5, right-click, Run. Okay, we open the speakers list again, and we can see that they are still sorted by the person's name. However, if we open the filters, we see that now we can sort them by country as well. So we choose that instead of sorting by name, they should be sorted by country. As we can see, all the speakers from Uruguay are displayed, followed by those from the United States. This means that they are being sorted by country name. In addition to being sorted, we may also need the data to be grouped according to certain criteria. For example, we can see that sessions are sorted by date, and within each date, by room. To see this, we open Work With Devices session, open the list, and the grid. And in the data group, we see that an order called By Date has been defined. This sorting order causes the information displayed to be sorted by date, by time within the date, and then by room. And here we can see this is grouped by date. And that's exactly what we see in the emulator. The sessions are grouped by date, that is to say, all the sessions of the same date. To group them, in this order we set breakby to true and selected session initial date as grouping attribute. This can be seen where it says breakby. If we added another sorting order, for example by session name, we would have two sorting orders for the user to choose from at runtime, as we've seen before. Also, at the grid level, we set search conditions, which include advanced search for more specific filters. To see how this has been defined, we select Search. And we see that these sessions are sorted by name, and within it by description, and then by speakers. However, we have two advanced search options available, by room ID and by session final date. For example, the session final date, a condition has been defined, an expression that can be seen when this advanced search takes place. Let's see it in the emulator. We click here, and we see one advanced filter by room ID and another by session final date, where other filtering conditions can be established. Okay. In addition, we see that in the data group properties, conditions are available to define filters just like in any other grid. So, we've just seen how to define orders, filters, and advanced filters in order to restrict the data to be displayed in our devices. Next, we will talk about events and how they are managed in smart devices.